Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Pass to Doncic. Carter outside. Driving in. And it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball. Tatum drives in. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I love when Jason Tatum is aggressive to score the basketball. He does a tremendous job keeping his focus.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
At the line for your home team.
Tatum no good on the free throw. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
Here's Kolek after the basket by Milwaukee. Shoots over Doncic. Kolek, no good. Left side, Towns. He takes it in. Back to McGrady. 5 on the clock. Towns down low. Up top, Doncic. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3.
Howard's got 5 points so far.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Sprewell, that's good.
And how about Sprewell mixing it up inside, getting to a high percentage look there.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to McGrady. .153 left here in the first quarter. Lays it up and banks it in.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Here's Tatum. And the rejection by Towns.
Outstanding anticipation from Cat right there. He sends that thing back to another zip code. You know, you have to recognize the chance to push it, and they did. Great pass to get the ball behind the defense and an easy 2 points on the board.
And the Bucks making a change here. Chicago trails by 6. Pass to Wembanyama. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Sprewell. And it's off from three-point range. Parker left side. Here's Doncic to the right side. Here is Howard. 5 points in the game. Kick out to Giannis. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
You like to see Giannis hitting those, but you'll live with that if you're the defense.
Here he goes. Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Kolek. Back to Wembanyama. Will it go? And the layup's good off the glass.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Parker drives in. High post Howard. On the wing, Doncic. Giannis right side. Teardrop shot. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Kolek. Got it. Good job in the low post.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And that does it for the first quarter. Milwaukee on top, up by 5. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Siakam outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Siakam's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
It's good from long range.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Jokic a screen. Pass to McMillan. Back to Jokic. Jokic doing the job inside.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Parker right side. Now here's Edwards. Parker inside. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Out to Edwards. Back to Towns. And here's Edwards. Parker outside. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And here's Edwards from the arc. Here's Towns. And finally they hit one.
Yeah, you love to see Towns mix it up a little bit. Gets his team a bucket on the second chance.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the first half of basketball. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Chicago trails by 7. Right wing. Pass to Tatum. And again, no good by Chicago. To the paint. George with the steal. Here's Sprewell. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
No, sir.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. They get a hand on it. Giannis outside. Doncic right side. Back to Giannis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Tatum taking it in.
And Antetokounmpo's size, no doubt a huge factor, a master at getting up to block shots.
Doncic outside. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Assist goes to...
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Lillard misses.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
A shot by McGrady, no good. Chicago trails by 9. The 3 from Tatum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Tatum's got 5 minutes.
You know, the ability for Jason Tatum to be ready on the catch, those opportunities make the game a little bit easier.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing
No,
less
sir.
from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And we finished one half of basketball.
No, sir.
Bucks lead by 9. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City. That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play can spark his groove.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Doncic. And Howard has it in the corner. Here's Towns. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Booker with no one around. Drills the three-pointer. Booker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And a wide open look for Howard. Good. And it's McGrady who picks up the assist.
For 3.
He's got 8.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
With the drive.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
It's your Breakers Dance Crew.
Milwaukee leading by 5. Carter outside. Outside, Towns. Oh, good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And that one's good. Maxey.
And that's tough to guard against. Maxey is just so quick off the ground with that pull-up.
And Doncic. Here we go. Outside Howard. Milwaukee. No good that time either. Down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws.
Thank you.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
For your dance team.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, Luka's strength, his size, his savvy puts him at the free throw line so often.
All free throws good from Doncic.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
2 minutes.
You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
They get it again. Heyman. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Great contest by the defender. That's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Another shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, Cat is not going to step aside if there's physical contact to be had on the glass.
So both teams making some changes here. We know Doris that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has she shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player. You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
And it's Doncic missing. Chicago trails by 9. Pass to Kaman. Now Siakam. $40 left in the third quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Booker. And again, no good by Chicago. Bucks leading by 9. Right side Towns. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Takes it inside. Doncic with the block.
Oh, Doncic says not now and not here. That is a tremendous defensive play.
And it's sent back by Kaman. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kaman.
Substitution on the court.
7 seconds left in the third. Pass to Carter. Back to Edwards. Over Booker. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Milwaukee on top, leading by 9. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And so Doncic will bring it up for Milwaukee. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Here's Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Snatched up. On the wing, George. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Pass to McMillan. Just 3 to shoot. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. McMillan's got his first bucket in this one.
And I feel like Jokic has 360-degree vision. I mean, no matter where the open man is, he's going to find it.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Chicago trails by 9. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. Now, he said, come on, can anybody make a 3? We have to be better from deep. He implored his team to find the shooters, get them open with movement and picks. We'll see if it works, guys.
Thank you, David. For the finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And a great look. Lillard always looking for teammates. Doesn't have tunnel vision.
Carter looking around. And Howard has it in the corner. Doncic with it. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Howard. Back to McGrady. 6 to shoot. Carter outside.
Well, that's the wingspan of Paul George. He is so good at bothering shooters with that length.
Lillard fires Fires away from way outside. The quick look, no good that time. Doncic with it. McGrady outside. Pass to Towns. Cloak loose. Now, here's Lillard.
Yeah, you never want to foul Dame in the act. He's almost automatic from the line.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Bucks?
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
What about the defensive intensity they've had in this one? Jumping passing lanes, poking the ball away. Just doing a great job creating chaos.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Chicago trails by 6. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Hands it from downtown.
You can tell Spuro is very competitive. When they need a shot, he's the guy to deliver.
And Tatum over to him. Back to Howard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Tatum a screen. Booker with it. And it's Howard picking him up. Here's Tatum. Rebound, Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 11 points. Out to Carter. Pass to Howard. Back to Carter. Rocket 6.
McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball. And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. 20 seconds left in the fourth.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Devin Booker. Second personal foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Home team foul. Devin Booker.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Team foul.
He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. Here's Chicago. Pass to Sprewell. From the arc. No good that time. And so the Bucks take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that about wraps it.
Snooze my alarm again, and a lot might come to get me before I ride away in that Bentley. This what he said, you might not wake up if you snooze it again. You can't let a new era get to your head. Dress for the camera again. Funny how you look the best when you at the top. Funny how you look the same when you die. Respecting that they gon' ask me, but you can't see Gucci shoes in it. There's gotta be better ways to lengthen my resume. I wish I could get away.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. In this game, we'll see Baltimore against Milwaukee. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. To the paint. Here's Towns. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. Baltimore moving that ball around. Abdul-Jabbar at the screen. Back to Arenas. Milwaukee with the rebound. Pass to Doncic. Back to Howard. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Back to Stojakovic. Missed inside. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Howard. Back to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. And Curry pulls it down. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely. Some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
The shot by McGrady, no good. Baltimore on offense. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Again, the miss by Baltimore. Doncic looking it over. There's 1:59 left in the first quarter. Here's McGrady. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Now, here is McGrady. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
Here's Arenas. Buried from 15 feet out.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Doncic. Following the basket by Gilbert Arenas. Some solid defense here from Arenas. Here's Curry. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. For Baltimore.
Substitution on the court.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Parker outside. Back to Giannis. And Tatum out top the key. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Smart play by Tatum. Using the fake to get the contact.
It's his first trip to the line. Second free throw, no good. Here's Augman. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
They get it back. Second chance shot. And Embiid lays it in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside. How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Bucks on top. They're up by 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge, too.
And that one's good. Burke.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Pass to Towns. Parker outside. The kick out to Towns. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Baltimore with the ball. Here's Burke. Here's Augman. The 3. Hands it from downtown. Augman's got the lead up to 3 now for Baltimore.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Out to Parker. A 3-ball. Burke grabs the miss. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Giannis grabs the miss. Outside Edwards. Back to Parker. Left side Edwards. From deep three-point land, Edwards with the floor spacer.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Here's Augman. Burke. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. And the dunk by Towns.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
And that one's good. Burke.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Out to Carter. Driving the lane. And finished off by Carter.
And this is why he's called Vinsanity. Some of Carter's throwdowns are downright vicious.
Harris outside. Inside. Here's Burke. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. The Bucks making a switch here.
Checking into the home team, Joel Embiid, Tracy McGrady.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Now, Doncic. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of the game. And stolen by Arenas. Exum with a wide open look. No good on the 3. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Embiid. And the rejection by Curry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Checking in for the home team, Karl Anthony Towns.
55 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
And a wide open look for Arenas. Trains it from beyond the arc. Arenas has got the game tied up here for Baltimore.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
And that one's good. McGrady's got 6. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Curry. Down low. Abdul-Jabbar. And here's Exum. And Baltimore hits again from deep. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Towns, the screen. Here's McGrady. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Baltimore leads by 1. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. To the middle, here's Curry, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Curry's got the first basket of the second half here for Baltimore. McGrady outside. Doncic with it. McGrady outside. Just 5 on the clock. It doesn't go for him. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. All going up court. Here's Curry. And Curry throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's McGrady. Baltimore with the rebound. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Exum. Curry with it. Fires from deep. And he's good on the 3-ball. And it's an 8-point Baltimore lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Both teams deciding to change it up. Parker drives in. Banked in off the glass.
And Parker is just so clever at finding ways to score off the drive as he demonstrates that.
And slam dunk by Burke.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's Parker. Burke grabs the miss. Baltimore leading by 8. Here's Rivers. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that one's good.
Parker can't just dominate inside. He has to rely on gracefulness and agility.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 6.
First team foul.
A minute 42 left in the third. And to Kumbo inside. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Harris on the double team. Picked him clean. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. And slam dunked by Burke.
The assist.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Pass to Parker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, but I love that from Parker, playing on the front foot.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And the Bucks making a change here.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
In the corner, Stuckey with it. Offline with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game, Doncic, as much as anyone.
Pass to Rivers. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. Rivers has got 5.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Kept alive.
Bro, this
Baltimore
game is
leading
cheap.
by 7. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Snatched up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And how about the aggressiveness there from Leitner, just pounding away on the offensive glass.
Pass to Doncic. Parker outside. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outlet.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Gilbert Arenas.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Outside Arenas. Parker with the steal. Poked away. Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
Second personal foul.
Free throw good by Parker.
Number 10, Michael Adams.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Team, make some noise.
Giannis has a 2-pointer. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. Baltimore on top, up by 6. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this.
36.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Milwaukee trails by 6. Pass to Carter. And finish off by Carter.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
And Abdul-Jabbar throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. So it's the Bucks now. Here's Carter. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the inside. The shot by Abdul-Jabbar, no good. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Edwards inside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Back to Arenas. There's a good screen. Rebounded by the Bucks. Carter with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Carter drives in. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Going out like that.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Doncic gets it to go inside.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job. And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Carter with the bucket. Carter's got it all tied up now for the Bucks. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Outside for Arenas. Baltimore moving that ball around. Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
And Arenas loving the spotlight as well as being that guy to take and make big shots.
And Exum comes to help. Back to McGrady. A miss that time. Would have put him up. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. No good on the triple. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Transition tape.
Here's Doncic. It's Carter, high post. Off on the layup. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by McGrady. And here comes McGrady leading the fast break. Pass to Towns. Towns the screen. Out to the right wing to take the lead. And the Bucks miss again. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Outside Arenas. Knocks down the three.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break. Credit to him for trying to get that three right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Second team foul.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
Pass to Edwards. Over Arenas. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And they go to the intentional foul.
Carl Anthony Towns. First personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Shooting for the away.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. There's 10 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
And so they foul intentionally.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that stretches their lead to 8. Stolen by Exum. And now we've got
So just ran to the man. This guy.
Second personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 9.
Away team. Deja Stojakovic.
And both free throws good from Stojakovic.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
And so it's Baltimore with the win.